What's good, people? I'm back again with another video. Just before I get into this video, I'd like to request every single person who's watching right now, who's tuned in, who's watching the premiere, who's watching it after the premiere, who's watching it now, to please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell icon so you know when all the new videos are coming out. Hint, it's around 5 to 5:30 p.m. UK time, British time, London time. I always feel a bit weird saying that because I do have viewers in other countries apart from UK, so gotta cater to all audiences. And yeah, join the Discord. That's new, fairly new, been launched. You can do, I can do legit checks, or as much as I know I can legit check. I can always, you can always reach out to me. I can always respond to any questions you have. Enough waffling, let's get into this one. So not a usual Nike. I love that little thing that they have for the box. Yeah, not your usual Nike. It's something a bit different. And also like this that they have for the box. Sick. But yeah, we've got your standard New Balance box. NB, New Balance logo, and then this greyish type colour for the box. New Balance here. On the back it says New Balance NB, and it's got this little, hole to hold it, whatever you want to call it. Then on the front it's also got some holes so you can hold it like that. NB, New Balance information. So their labels are quite, I find them a bit like they're not the best, a bit too plain or whatever, but they do tell you some information. So it says U9060. So these are called the 9060 or the 9060, whatever you want to call them. And then BLK, which I want to assume stands for black, due to the colorway. USA 11, and it says D, and then it says medium Moyen. So it says black there, which is kind of the colorway. Then it says medium Moyen or whatever they're called. So that's probably also the colorway. This is confusing information. New Balance, man, fix up, please. But yeah, send me some free trainers if you want as well. 10.5 UK, 45 Europe. I'm used to it saying it there, UK first and then that. So like how US says it, all of a sudden it's backwards there. Doesn't make sense. I'm not slandering you too much. Let's get into it. So I love the New Balance tissue, as it always comes like this, and it says New Balance, and then it's the NB everywhere. And this pair, oh, wow. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. This pair is definition of Marmite. Personally, I love them due to all the things I'm going to talk to you about now. We'll run through the colors and the details, and then I'll tell you why I love them. So the bottom, we've got some odd sole, to be honest. It's all, the back actually reminds me of a hoof. If you know what a hoof is, that's what it reminds me of. If you don't know what a hoof is, I don't know what box you live in. This is New Balance. It's got little diamonds with the red color and stuff, and then literally they have a spoiler on these shoes. Basically the sole has a spoiler, like a Porsche. Then we've got the little, it's not split, but it gives off a split look, like it has a gap. That grey, two shades of grey, 2 shades of grey again, 2 shades of grey again. Then we've got grey on the actual other part of the midsole. Like the midsole is like a confusion galore. So we've got grey there, and then grey towards the front. N for New Balance, the New Balance N logo. One thing I love about New Balance is like this pair, it was on the more expensive side, but you know, that is some butter suede. You know, that's some serious buttery suede. Good suede, or it feels like good suede to me. If it's not, I've been swindled, but it definitely does feel good. So we got that grey suede. I love that grey color, to be honest, especially in suede. I think it looks so good. And then we've got, you know, black suede as well. We've got little bits of nubuck. So on the back we've got nubuck, New Balance stitched in, more suede all on the back on the heel. We've got mesh underneath, so they're like basically all these materials are on top of the mesh, so the mesh is all underneath. It does go under. The little nubuck there as well. The N New Balance logo. And then once you go from there to here, you know, you might miss it, you might not. When you see these on hand first, it doesn't show as like much as it does on the camera, so you might miss it a little bit, but when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's got like a stitched in embroidered N New Balance logo. Again, butter suede everywhere. It's all different pieces, so I can't really say like, you know, toe boxes. It's like, it's kind of toe box, but it's like everywhere. So it's still got mesh, however this mesh is more of a finer mesh. This mesh, the holes are slightly bigger on this side, so it's like a grey mesh, and then more grey mesh on the back. That same grey suede split and black suede split. Amazing, man. I love these. They got the spoiler, whatever you want to call it, on the hoof. And then they've actually got a spoiler on the back. Well, it's not really called a spoiler, but we'll call it a spoiler because I really don't know the name. It's a bit of plastic just to give them a wow. If I was to make one change, it would slightly be to this sole. You know, when you look down when you're wearing it, they look proper wide and stuff. You know, sometimes that can put you off, especially when you are like a 10.5. They feel slightly half size big to me, but if I go for a 10, I'm not sure if they will fit or not. But I love them. I absolutely love them. So we've got mesh on the tongue also, and then like the nubuck material, and then we've got leather, good old leather, and that actually feels like a good leather, like a real leather. I hope it's real. We'll read the information in a minute. And then it's got NB9060, and that is a plastic tab. On the inside, New Balance running, and then we've got that, if you can tell, it's got like the little blue on the insole. So all the companies are changing to that type of insole. Sock liner, cotton sock liner, but it does feel quite good, you know, put together quite well. Laces, we've got these flat laces, but they're not, you know, no, they're a bit different to a normal flat lace. They're slightly different, you know, a bit more premium feeling, or a bit more soft, I should say. But yeah, definitely I would change that sole, but I do still like them just because, you know, they're grey. The grey colors go well, so it's literally black and grey, different shades of grey. It looks so good. So they are like quite subtle colored, but they are slightly loud, but not too much. But literally just if the hoof was, you know, a bit different, I would definitely like them more. They do have a little information, so it just explains how you might experience color migration onto lighter sections. So for example, if it rains or something, it gets wet, this black could make this a different color, or this could make this a bit vivid. You can, you know, it can affect the color a bit. Basically, it just tells you what to do. Don't really care. But yeah, I love these. I'm not a New Balance guy, but I'm slowly becoming one because quality is always on point. Comfort is amazing. I expected these to be majorly comfort, and seriously, they are so comfortable. It's actually crazy. This might be one of my favorite trainers. I just have to really figure out what to put them together with. And yeah, let me know what you think of these. Tell me if you hate them, which you most likely do. Tell me if you rate them. Tell me if you want a pair, if you have a pair. Let's talk sneakers, people, man. Also, join the Discord. We can also talk sneakers there all day long. Wait a few moments, you'll see an on-foot video with these just to show you what they look like on foot. They might look slightly big because I believe they're kind of half a size up, but you know, you can make your own decision on that. And most importantly, take care, my people.